Kia ora whānau. Today's project is a wicking pot. I don't know other ways to describe it. I wasn't going to make another one of these because my last one wasn't successful, but I ended up with a couple of polystyrene boxes, chili bin things from my daughter. She moved house and she didn't want them anymore, and so I'm giving it another crack. I'm going to grow some lettuce in them, so let's crack into it. Right, here we are. These are these boxes. As you can see, they're from Crisco's and they're a bit too good to throw out and away. Now, what I did is I marked out where the holes should go, and then I cut them out with my hole saw, but you can just use a knife. It was just simple to use that for me because I had it, and that's what you end up with. And then we'll come up to here now, the wicking pots. I'm using a bit of cocoa peat because I get it from nothing from the glasshouse people, or you can buy it from them. A lot of the time they're throwing it out. It's at the end of their growing season with it. So a bit of nylon rope. Right, so I've got a bit of nylon rope. I've threaded it through here. That's the wick. And I'll put this down and we'll try and now I've got cocoa peat, which is that, and we'll just fill the bottom up. Fill the bottom up with that, and you can see I've done these other ones here. And what I'm going to do next is put a bit of, mix up my own compost. That's a bit of cocoa peat in there and other plant materials I've got. Right, just going to put some of that in there. Fill that up about there. These other ones, easy as. Now cocoa peat, or coca something, I don't probably get the names all wrong like usual. It's that's the great thing of when you get older, you sort of can't remember much. But at least I remember to get up in the morning and out of bed. That's the main thing. So fill these up, and I've got some plants. Now look at these beauties. Now what I do is I buy my veggie plants and I don't put them in the ground straight away. I always like to keep them a couple of weeks and just have them in the trays with a bit of water and get them a bit more established and a bit more of a root system on them. It just makes them, makes them better for going in the garden. And I'm gonna break that leaf off, not too bad. And there you go, look at that. That is a really good root system on that, and that's why I do it. It just gives the plant a bit of an advantage. Because when they come out of the nurseries, when you go down to Bunnings or Mega and you buy them, they haven't been in the little pottle very long at all, because especially this time of year, there's such a big demand for plants. And I've actually bought ones from the shops, and I've virtually pulled them out of the containers, and it's like they must have only been in there a couple of days because all the soil falls off around the roots, and then you put them in the ground and then they struggle to grow. Geez, I better concentrate on this. But yeah, so that's what we've done. We've put that in there. We just pull all that back. This is simple stuff. And I'll put another one in there. I'll pop out another plant. Oh, look at that. That one's actually growing into the other one. See, look at that. Really nice root structure on it. And yeah, and I just hollow that out. And we'll pop that in there. Like that. Maybe a wee bit more stuff around that one. And that's going to grow into there nicely. Right. So what's going to happen is I'm going to change the cameras around again. I've done these two for a start because you're not really interested in me looking at me potting these things, and that will go in there. I'm trying to film with one hand place. So that goes in there, and you can see, hopefully, you can see the wick. See that? That's the wick there, and that goes into the moisture. So what I'll do is I'll carry on and I'll pot the rest of these, and then we'll fill it up and see how it goes. Righty ho, I've got them all back in there, or in the polystyrene container. It's all finished, just ready to fill it up. I'll show you the finished product. I'll squirt a bit of water on. I should probably explain why you do this system in a way. One is it's easy to keep watering all the time. A lot of the time, especially with me, I suffer from procrastination and laziness, which you look at things and you go, I should water that, I should weed it, and then you forget about it. But this system is, you've got a reservoir in it, it's sucking water up, and also you put your nutrients in the water as well, which, yeah, so you've got to be careful how much. I use sea salt, or I used to get a product from Sea Lords because I did a lot of work there. I can't remember the name of it. Very good product, and use that. It's made out of fish, obviously, because it's from Sea Lords. It's through their plant. But yeah, let's water these things and you can have a look at the finished product. Alrighty, there's the hose. Oh, this is a muscle buoy that I was going to make into a big wicking thing. Getting a little bit sidetracked here, but yeah, I don't know. In the comments, if you're interested in me doing that and showing you what I've done here, I'm quite happy to do it. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not, finish it. Here's one I made out of a drum. It sort of works, but I don't know. It's not as good for me as just putting everything in the garden. So let's give these guys a little squirt of water through the top, and we'll just, so they're all looking happy as happy, and then I'll pull one out and we'll fill the reservoir. So we've got that all squirting down, and all I'm going to do, because I haven't filled this up yet, is fill it like this. It'll take a bit. I won't bore you with the details of filling it up. I'm not going to put any sea salt or fertilizers in it yet, because they've all had a bit of a shock being replanted, and I'll let them recover from that, and then in probably a week's time I will start putting me nutrients in there. So that's it. Happy gardening. Just a little thing I'm going to try again. I don't know if it's gonna, oh look at that spider, bloody ADHD kicking in. I don't know if you can see him there on the leaf, but yeah, I'll give it another go, and if you're interested in following it, let me know in the comments. As I say, happy gardening.